Most people picture the Alps when they think of a European winter getaway. But what if I told you there's a quieter, friendlier, and far more affordable place where locals learn to ski, huskies can pick you up at the airport, and dinner tastes like fine dining meets fairy tale? Hello, I'm Lindsay from Half Clothes Will Travel, and today's video is all about the region of Dalarna, Sweden's best kept winter secret. If you caught my last video from Småland, you already know about the Swedish prescription, Sweden's real-life initiative that encourages people to spend time in nature for better health and well-being. You can literally have your doctor prescribe you time in Sweden. Now, Dalarna is where that idea meets snow. It's the same concept, just wearing a winter coat, skiing, dog sledding, saunas, and a pace that's both active yet deeply relaxing. You can learn more about the full prescription in that Småland video linked below, but for now, this is what it looks like here in Dalarna. And Dalarna's story starts before you even hit the slopes. The Scandinavian Mountains Airport is minutes, not hours, from Sälen's ski areas. And here's the fun part. You can skip the taxi and get picked up by a dog sled or a snowmobile. That's not a gimmick, it's a real transfer option. Welcome to Dalarna. Now, Dalarna is actually where many Swedes learn to ski, and once you're here, it's easy to see why. The slopes are welcoming, the prices are reasonable, and the atmosphere couldn't be more relaxed. Coming from the Midwest in the US, even I was amazed by how kind and patient people were on the slopes. It was wonderful. Now, here are several ski areas within easy reach of Sälen. These are just a few I was personally visiting. Each had its own personality. Hundföljet and Tandalen are connected, and that's where I learned to ski. It's ideal for beginners. They have wide runs, great instructors, and a really friendly vibe. Klappen is a local favorite with Sweden's first privately built gondola and one of the country's best snow parks. The gondola ride alone is worth it for the views, and the on-mountain restaurant is perfect for warming up between runs. Stone is gorgeous and known for its long scenic runs and relaxed atmosphere. It's also great for families. You'll see little ones learning to ski along the resort mascot, which is adorable. Getting between the ski areas is easy too. There's a ski bus that runs regularly between the main resorts, and it's included if you have a valid ski pass. But if you do one activity here, make it dog sledding. I went with Fjälläventyr, and you can hear the dogs before you see them. Yelping, howling, tails spinning like helicopter blades. They live for this. Before we set off, my guide gave me a crash course on driving the sled, and then we were off, gliding through snow-covered pines and open plains. It was so fun, fast, quiet, and somehow peaceful all at once. When we stopped for fika, the dogs collapsed into the snow, happy and content, just like the rest of us. I couldn't stop smiling. Easily one of my favorite memories from the trip. But you don't have to stick to skis or sleds either. Snowmobiling is a huge part of life here, with hundreds of kilometers of marked trails that weave through the forest, over frozen lakes, and in between mountain villages. Visitors can rent snowmobiles or join guided tours that make it easy and safe to explore the area. You can choose everything from short one-hour tours to multi-day tours covering numerous kilometers. But if you prefer something slower, ice fishing in Dalarna is perfect. It's not about catching dinner, though you can. It's about slowing down and soaking in the silence. I joined a local guide from Explore Sälen who handled all the details, drilling the holes, setting up chairs in a heated tent, and even bringing fresh pastries and coffee. We fished for char and trout, and while I can't brag about my catch, sitting on a frozen lake surrounded by beautiful scenery was something special. But one of my favorite ways to explore Dalarna is snowshoeing, especially the gastronomy walk with Explore Sälen. It's part hike and part picnic, where you move through snowy forests, stopping at small clearings and huts where guides serve local cheeses, sausages, and bread. Every stop comes with a story about the land, the food, and the people who make it. It's the perfect activity if you want to stay active but not rushed. You're outside, moving, breathing, and eating. It's the Swedish prescription in action. And speaking of food, I came to Dalarna for the adventure, but I stayed for the meals. Nearly everything you eat here tells a story about where it came from. When I say I had some of the best food of my life here, despite eating at Michelin-starred restaurants in Chicago, Tokyo, and beyond, I'm not exaggerating. At Restaurant Elgin in St. Ol's Garden, I tried the freshest El Carpaccio I'll probably ever have. So fresh, the neighbor had hunted it earlier that day. Then, at Restaurant Winter, the venison was tender enough to cut with a spoon. paired with lingonberries. I have venison often in Wisconsin, but I've never had anything that tender. And then there was fro, the meal that completely floored me. This place is set in a cozy cabin in the woods with candles flickering and snow drifting outside. Fro features a tasting menu that changes with the seasons, but 2 dishes from that night will stay with me forever. The first was slow-cooked pork served with pickled rhubarb, wild rosemary oil, and a brown butter foam. The second was an ice cream made with koji and woodruff from their garden, paired with frozen and fermented blueberries, deep-fried luncheon, and warm caramel infused with steppe mushrooms. I'll be thinking about that dish for the rest of my life. It sounds fancy, but it didn't feel that way. It felt personal, like creativity born from people who truly know their land. And by the end of the night, I realized I wasn't just having one of the best meals of my life. It was also one of the most meaningful. After all that food, you'll want somewhere equally comforting to unwind. If you think Scandinavia is cold, come to Dalarna and see how good they are at being warm. And not just the saunas, though nearly every hotel has one, but the people too. Again, the hospitality here honestly rivals my fellow Midwesterners. At Oller's Garden, it feels like stepping into a classic storybook lodge. Wood-paneled walls, hearty food, and someone always offering you a hot coffee. Hotel Bugelhof mixes ski lodge comfort with a modern boutique feel. The rooms are spacious and new, the restaurant is wonderful, and you can ski straight from your room in the morning. Then step right into the sauna afterward. And at Stoughton Mountain Lodge, you get panoramic mountain views and a heated outdoor pool where you can float in steaming water as snow falls around you. Plus, they have a huge sauna area here as well. But what stays with me most about Dalarna isn't the activities, it's the feeling. The kindness of the people, the calm of the landscape. Here, winter doesn't feel like something you survive. It's something you actually enjoy. Dalarna might not be on everyone's travel list yet, but it should be. It's the version of winter you didn't know you were missing. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more travel content like this.